I'm Mike Coleman. I was born and raised in Denver, and 38 years in a union sheet metal shop. I retired, and about 5 years after I retired, I started getting the tinnitus noise real bad because of probably the 38 years in the sheet metal shop. I had a rock and roll band for 4 or 5 years, and all that was before the tinnitus started bothering me. And so after it started bothering me, it got to be louder and louder and louder, and pretty soon it was giving me migraine headaches real bad. And they got worse and worse and worse. And so pretty soon I had this terrible screeching noise in both ears, and I had this terrible migraine headaches, and then that kept me from sleeping. So after 4 days of not being able to sleep at all, I had a terrible night where I drank about that much whiskey in a glass just so I could sleep. The honest to God truth is, I told my wife that night, if I can't get some relief, I'm shooting myself. I'm not doing this another 20 years. The next morning, God must have been looking down when I said that. Got up in the morning, I turned on the TV, and there was Dr. Julie's first commercial it was ever on. And came on with a commercial with the lines going like this, and this terrible screeching. I was going, like that, and the commercial says, "Do you hear this noise?" And I said, "Yeah, I sure do. I hear it real loud." And they had a phone number, and I called her up and went down and saw her right away, got in right away. And by the time I was done with her in the office and got my hearing aids and left, 3/4 of the noise and 3/4 of the migraine headaches was gone. Just by the time I got out of the office, it happened right away for me. The major pain is caused from the major noise. So the horrible screeching noise in both ears was what was making the pain. And pain pills, which I have Percocets, which is Oxycontin narcotics, and they didn't do anything for it. Once I got rid of the screeching noise, I got rid of the migraine headaches, the pain. So without getting rid of the screeching noise, for me, the pain of the headaches would never have went away. Over a period of time, it started getting better and better and better and better and better until finally I got to the point where there come times where I can go without the hearing aids, and which I did this morning. I've only put them in just a few minutes ago because I was hearing no noise and having no headaches. So I believe it's been about 2.5 years since I first saw Dr. Julie. And in that time, it's got to where the noise is not very bad and sometimes not at all. So I actually have got to where I can go without the hearing aids for half a day, sometimes for a day here and there, where I actually hear no noise and have no headache pain at all. And then the next day I'll wear them. You have to keep up. It just doesn't go away forever. So that has been, over the period of time, has gotten better and better and better until now I am doing really good. Dr. Julie's my savior. She saved me from a lifetime of suffering. And there's probably not enough I could do to repay her for everything she's done for me. Like I say, it helped me way more than I ever expected, and she put me on the list to have people call me on the phone to ask me how I did and what happened over a period of time. And I had quite a few people have called me to ask me how I did and how I'm still doing, and I usually talk to them about 20 minutes on the phone, the people that call me and ask me about it. So I'm happy to do that for her, and I only could hope that other people who are as bad off as I was could get the same relief that I've gotten. One other thing is I've had people ask me on the phone about the cost. They were concerned that it costs quite a bit. And I told them, well, for me, it was cheap. Anything is worth your health. It doesn't matter what it was. For me, it was an absolute miracle. And I tell everybody, well, you can save your money and suffer, or go get some help. Don't wait. Whatever you do, don't wait. Do it now. Don't suffer another day. I'm so happy I came to see Dr. Julie. She literally took me from the depths of depression and pain to being a happy person. That's the truth. I mean, she saved my life. I'd have shot myself if it hadn't been for Dr. Julie. I owe her my life. And they asked me if I wanted to come down here and do this. I told them on the phone, I said, I'd do anything for Dr. Julie, and I would.